The sea was calm that morning, a vast mirror of silver and blue stretching endlessly around the MV Wyong Dandy. Dawn crept slowly across the sky, brushing the clouds with hues of gold, as the vessel awakened to another day of hard work. The air was cool, the kind that carried both the scent of salt and the promise of labor. At the forward deck, Bosun Dante stood like a general preparing for battle. He gripped the hose of the high-pressure jet washer, its thick rubber coiling like a serpent at his feet. With a firm twist of the valve, the machine roared to life, unleashing a thunderous stream of water powerful enough to carve through the layers of salt, rust, and dirt that clung stubbornly to the steel. Mist exploded upward, catching the early sunlight like fragments of glass. Dante's silhouette moved through the haze, focused, steady, unwavering. Just a few meters aft, the real symphony of shipboard maintenance began. Able seamen Manuel, Curvy, and Joe Ed worked the hatch covers with the precision and rhythm of seasoned craftsmen. The sharp metallic tack-tack-tack of their jet chisels echoed across the vessel, cutting through the quiet of the morning. Each strike chipped away the rust that had grown during the long voyage. Sparks burst from grinders, swirling in brief fiery arcs before fading into thin air. The men moved in a choreographed dance, one holding steady, one grinding, one chiseling, creating a harmony of sound that only seafarers know, the song of steel meeting steel. Hours passed. The sun climbed higher. Sweat rolled down their backs, mixing with the smell of seawater and heated metal. But slowly, piece by piece, the hatch covers revealed fresh, clean surfaces beneath the rust. It was laborious work, but necessary, because in the world of cargo ships, preparation is everything. By sundown, the tools were stowed. The deck fell quiet once again, except for the steady hum of engines deep below. The crew knew tomorrow would be no easier. Day 2, the Giant's wake. Morning broke with a different kind of energy. Today, it wasn't chisels or grinders that would dominate the deck. It was the towering cranes and grabs, numbered 1 through 4, the mechanical giants responsible for the upcoming loading operation. One by one, the crew powered them up. The motors groaned to life like beasts waking from slumber. The crane arms lifted into the sky, steel limbs stretching, rotating, testing their strength. Cables tightened, hooks clinked, and brakes screeched softly as the crew checked every movement, every response, every sound. Bosun Dante monitored the entire process, clipboard in hand, shouting instructions over the whirring of engines. Manuel tested the hoist speed. Kirby verified the grab controls. Joe Ed examined the brake pressure on crane 3. Every test mattered. Cargo loading was unforgiving. If one machine failed during operations, the entire schedule could collapse. The MV Wyong Dandy felt alive, no longer the silent ship from yesterday, but a working machine preparing for the heavy days ahead. Later that afternoon, the arrival. By mid-afternoon, the horizon shifted. A small service boat approached from the port side, cutting through waves with purpose. The crew gathered near the railing as the passengers came into view. Indonesian foremen and stevedores, the men who would be joining them for the next 2-week loading operation. As the boat bumped gently against the vessel's hull, the stevedores climbed the gangway with bags slung over their shoulders, bags filled with ropes, gloves, tools, and personal gear. Their boots clanged against the steel steps. Their voices carried a mix of excitement and familiarity. This wasn't their first time working on a vessel like this. They stepped aboard the Wyong Dandy with steady confidence, offering nods and greetings to the Filipino crew. Some headed straight to the cargo holds. Others carried boxes of equipment to the working areas. The ship, once quiet and nearly empty, now buzzed with the energy of a full workforce preparing for an intense operation. For a moment, Dante paused at the deck and looked around, at the cranes towering in readiness, the freshly cleaned hatch covers glinting in the afternoon light, the stevedores organizing their stations, and his own crew catching their breath after 2 days of effort. It was a scene of order, strength, and determination. A scene only seafarers truly understand. The sun dipped slowly behind the horizon, casting a warm orange glow across the steel decks. The MV Wyong Dandy, now fully primed, waited silently for the heavy tasks of tomorrow. And as night settled over the ship, one thing was certain. The next 2 weeks would test not just skill, but endurance, teamwork, and the spirit of every man aboard.